When are solar photovoltaic or PV systems and battery storage required for single-family and low-rise multifamily homes in California? Which projects trigger PV and battery storage requirements? In this video, we'll cover these topics, give you 2 approaches for calculating the required PV size for your projects, and explain how to earn compliance credits for using battery storage. Newly constructed single-family homes and low-rise multifamily buildings are prescriptively required to have a PV system. Battery storage is not required, but may be used to reduce the prescriptive PV sizing and may qualify for other compliance credits when using the performance compliance approach. Buildings that are exempt from the PV requirement may trigger solar readiness requirements. Additions and alterations to existing buildings do not trigger any PV or battery requirements. The prescriptive pathway evaluates the PV capacity requirement as the lesser DC rating of 2 methods: the conditioned floor area, or CFA method, and the solar access roof area, or SARA method. The CFA method calculates the PV capacity in kilowatts based on the project's conditioned floor area and number of dwelling units. The SARA method evaluates the PV capacity through the roof area of the project that can accommodate a productive photovoltaic system. Projects with ample roof area typically find that the CFA formula provides the lower DC rating of the 2 methods, while projects with limited available roof area or adequate solar exposure may find that the SARA formula provides the lower DC rating. For any project, you'll always want to check the results for both formulas and opt for the one providing the lower DC rating. Here's the CFA formula, calculating the DC rating using conditioned floor area, number of dwelling units, and various factors derived from tables in the CEC Energy Code. And here's an example of the CFA method applied to a newly constructed 2,000 square foot single-family home in Los Angeles. Using CEC tools, we determined that the project is in climate zone 9 and looked up factors A and B. Applying the equation, we find the CFA method evaluates to a 2.59 kilowatt system. Now let's try the SARA method. The formula takes into account both low-sloped and steep-sloped usable roof area, and this can be any roof on the project, including detached carports and any other newly constructed structures on the site capable of supporting a PV system. For our 2,000 square foot home in Los Angeles, the project SARA has been evaluated, resulting in a DC rating of 4.1 kilowatts. Comparing the results of the 2 methods, CFA gave us 2.59 kilowatts, whereas SARA gave us 4.1 kilowatts. And since the CFA method is the lesser of these, we'll go with the CFA method for this project. There are some exceptions to the photovoltaic requirements that can reduce or eliminate some of these requirements. First, no PV system is required if the calculated PV requirements are less than 1.8 kilowatts. This exception typically applies to smaller square footage homes, but also can apply to homes with limited solar access roof area. Also, in areas with high snow loads, the building department may determine that a PV system cannot structurally accommodate snow loads and exempt the PV requirement. SARA areas may be reduced according to conditions as a part of planning approvals prior to January 1st of 2020. And lastly, homes with a battery system of at least 7.5 kilowatts in energy capacity may reduce the prescriptive requirement by 25%. For projects using the performance compliance path, the PV requirement is indicated on the CF1R perf report and may vary from the prescriptive sizing we described. The performance path allows a trade-off of lower PV size for higher efficiency in the home, but not vice versa. Wrapping up, let's look at battery storage. For single-family homes and low-rise multifamily buildings, battery storage is not a mandatory or prescriptive requirement under the current energy code. But battery energy storage system readiness is a mandatory requirement for newly constructed single-family homes. Projects can earn compliance credits using the performance path, which allows for a limited credit in energy efficiency for installing a qualifying battery energy storage system. Do you have questions or suggestions for more topics? Leave us a comment, and be sure to check out these resources.